connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Bell Bottling Company, sharing happiness, made in
In today's world, speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Bell Bottling Company, sharing happiness, made in
In today's world, speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Bell Bottling Company, sharing happiness, made in
In today's world, speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q-Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q-Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Bell Bottling Company, sharing happiness,
Good evening,
made in
everyone. Welcome program designed to bridge the gap between the public and the government insofar as information is concerned. As a ministry, the Ministry of Information, Media and Broadcasting Services, one of our mandates is to promote proactive disclosure of information. So the public is well informed in a proactive manner. This obviously promotes transparency and accountability, but also helps consolidate our democracy. The Mansa Kunda is the ministry's flagship program, like I said, and today is the third episode of the season 2. For those of you watching us from home, both in the Gambia and abroad, Gambians and non-Gambians and of the Gambia, welcome you to this episode. But also those here in the hall with us today. Our Minister of Trade is here with us today. Honorable Maud Casey is here. Welcome, Honorable. Senior government officials are here. The PS, Minister of Information, the Deputy Director of GRTS, the DG of Department of Information Services, the advisor to the Minister of Information is here as well. The Deputy Permanent Secretary, Finance and Admin is here as well, Minister of Information. Our partners, and also the Deputy Director at the Director of Press at the Office of the President, Mr. Sankan is also here. Members of the Diplomatic Corps are also here, the representative from the Chinese Embassy, but also the UN Resident Coordinator is also here. And everyone, senior government officials, the MD of GAMCEL is also here, and everyone else. Welcome you all to this episode of the Mansa Kunda Ministerial Town Hall. In particular, and most importantly, we welcome our guest, the Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Honorable Abdoulie Jobe. We welcome you and your entire team, your peers and your directors for accepting our invitation to participate in this episode of the Mansa Kunda. As usual, this is not my show, it is the Minister's show and his team. So what we would do as a ministry, what I would do as the host of this program is to introduce the minister and his team, and then play a documentary about 17 minutes to show the significant progress is made in his sector under his leadership for the public to see. After which, we'll go straight to Q&A for the public to interface with the minister and ask relevant questions insofar as his sector is concerned. Mbadingol mbal tentula mbal jela na nying Mansa Kunda sa banjangom yalon ko wala soro season fulanjangoto. bidong bimu Mansa Kunda kumari mbalati bari mbina jele ba jani me futala je ngamol kontong folo mbadi ngol mi yalan ko be sukono gamba jang ani mantala bankon kan iben jube kambi telel to tarin ken tele partner sol mbal jala ni Mansa Kunda to bari mil fanambe holo kono jambi nata kana kama be ni Mansa Kunda to bari fanan kana ni minister mi yalan ko na de bina kacha wol fanambe jala jang nga minister sodo jang honorable mot kesise bi jang nga permanent secretary minister of information bijanne advisor bijanne director sol bijanne ps sol bijanne dps sol bijanne bari fanana diplomatic ko fanan bijanne milalan ko lebe siri la banko gambe jang mil bota united nations mi min fanan bota unicef mil fanan bota guinea bissau anin china be bijanne bi ani mo kodangol milalan ko alfalbe maberi jambi ani gamse fanana nyaton kol be bijanne bi kana mabe ni Mansa Kunda eni minister si kacha ani na media partner sol fana mil bi jambi mbe be tentula mbe jela ka fale ko mba jala ni Mansa Kunda dong Mansa Kunda la programme on pour kajo filo kana tara banko dingol ni Mansa Kunda tema fengo fem yalon ko banko dingol bato so mana fotilo boy ila wasio ila miro ila kolya kul bari fana banko nyanda ka tama nyame fana na miro Mansa Kunda sa kala muda bari fana banko dingol falong Mansa Kunda ya mona kuto mane Mansa Kunda la nganyoti anila ferol pour kajo ko banko dingol la balu ka sonne yandi oto programme ni kumata baka bedo ngam minister men soto minister kumari mba ala do ko no ala do ko long fana mu do ko lati andum berem president baro ya tombong ake minister te ani santima nga fanir jamala ji ala sector wolon sector jumati ka fo me ko tourism arts and culture wala munti wolon luntangol mi ale kana fonyondiro la gambia ban kaneke fonyondi jang bari fana minister min marata adola wolle bi jay ka fa arts and culture honorable minister Abdoulie Jobe anala timo be mbe jiala ni Mansa Kunda to anala pièce na la director sol kana ka sibi ne banko de ngol si kacha fo banko de ngol se nyininka e be do ko min na secteur de batamande ka nyandira mokka di len dalal si neteli episode Mansa Kunda bi season 2 di la nuyu ñep di nuyu ñi nga xamne ñoo nekk kër di ñu sétane tay si télé yi wa tamit ñi nekk bitim rew tamit di ñu sétane di nuyu ñi ma xam ne ñoo nekk si xool bi fii ñëw teewee Mansa Kunda bi di ko commencé ministre mi nga xam ne moo amee wàllu jënd ak jaay bi ak xëy minister of trade Mot Kesise moom fi am na PS yu fi nekk PS information ki nga xam ne moo nekk director of deputy director of GRTS moom fi doy seen DG moom fi advisor minister information moom fi DPS yaa am fi DPS deputy director of press OP moom fi ak ñeneen ñi nga xam ne ay kilifa ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi fi tee ñoo teewee Mansa Kunda bi ak nga xam ne moo jiite Gamcel tamit ñu ngi ko dalal di dalal ñi nga xam ne nag ñoom ñoo jiite diplomatique corps bi ki nga xam ne moo jógee UN moom fi ki jógee UNICEF moom fi ak ki nga xam ne moo fi nekkal tey Chinese ambassador tam moom fi ak ki fi nekkal Guinée Bissau tam ñun ñëppam fi ak ñëpp ñu fi nekk tey jógee si media yi si presse bi ak students yi ñu ñëw pour teewee Mansa Kunda ba tey di leen dalal si Mansa Kunda bi nag programme bu am solo la nga xam ne nguur gi moo ko digleel askan bi pour gis ne réeroo bu mu am diggante nguur gi ak askan bi ba lépp loo xam ne nguur baa ngi ko def seen éene ak seen pas-pas ak seen taxawaay askan bi mun ko yëg waaye tamit askan bi si lépp loo xam ne ñu ngi koo joytu seen li nga xam ne mooy seen xalaat tamit nguur gi mun koo yëg su boobaa nguur mun a taxawal askan bi ñu mun a yombalal seen i dunda moo tax programme bi am kon ni gërëm ki nga xam ne mooy ministre ki ñu tey ñëw teewee programme bi ñu waxtaan ak askan bi mooy kan mooy ministre honorable Abdoulie Jobe mi nga xam ne moom moo amee jawrin bi nga xam ne moom dañ dénka li nga xam ne mooy tourism arts and culture lii loolu mooy gan yi nga xam ne dañu ñëw Gambie pour ñoo féexlu si ndax tubaab nga ndax doo tubaab waaye comme que da ngaa ñëw fii defi ay fan yu nii wala ay semaine pour ñoo féexlu si fii nii moom moo amee mbir boobu noonu waaye tamit mbiri aar bi tamit waaye tamit mbiri aada bi mooy tourism arts and culture kon lu am solo la parce que réew amoo dara lu dul sa aada waaye ndaw yi tamit te nu ñoo waaye creative industries si aar bi la bokk ndaw ñu bari te ñu ngi ew di xëy liggéeyaluñ kenn ñu ngi liggéeyal seen boppa si creative industries yi kon tey am na fi ministre boo xam ne jawrinam am na solo te mu ngi yokkal lu bari si koom-koomi Gambia kon te ministre ñu ngi laa dalal yaag sa team bi ak sa PS ak sa directeur général tey ñu waxtaan si li nga xam ne moo tourisme bi in particular naka la nekk di demee access bi naka la moo pour ñi war a ñëw naka la ñoo mën a ñëwee seen ñëw yomba naka la moo demee si mbiri products yi nga xam ne moom moo nekk si secteur bi su boobaa ñu mun a nit ñi mun a ñëw ak lu bari te dañ ko waxtaanee kon di la dalal bu baax a baax comme nuñ ko dee defee rek saa yu nekk balaa ministre bi ñëw taw jàkkaarloo askan bi pour ñu mun ko laajte li nga xam ne moom lañ ko amal nañ play li nga mo documentary 20 minutes bi nga xam ne moo wone liggéey bi nga xam ne def na ko si secteur ñu ne nag wéedi nag gis bokku si balaa ñu ñëw fi di wane lii laa def ak lii léegi dañ def moo xam ne Mansa Kunda dañu dem jël li nga xam ne moom lañ def ñu wone ko si vidéo ngeen gis ko ne digga waa ji liggéey na su boobaa soo la amee laajte ngeen laaj kon ministre ñu ngi laa dalal balaa ñoo sori dinañ bugg a technical team bi ñu pilal ñu documentary bi suñ ko seetaan ba pare nga ñëw jàkkaarloo askan bi parce que tey sa bis la jërëjëf.
Tourism has long been the heartbeat of the Gambia. But for too long, that pulse was only felt on our coastlines.
The policy and strategy is to place the Gambia as a leading sustainable tourism destination, which is already known for a welcoming, smile, the rich diversity, and of course the majestic River Gambia that we have, which we have not really used, to promote the destination.
Under the recovery-focused National Development Plan, we are expanding that heartbeat to reach every corner of our land.
In the whole of Africa, there are less than 10 countries that are able to produce tourism satellite accounts. We are pleased to say that the TDR project has worked well to ensure that come April 2027, the Gambia will have the first tourism satellite account, and we would have met this target in the Eurua, and we would have placed the country in a place where we would be better able to track how many tourists come into the Gambia.
This is Yiriwa, a promise that the wealth of the Smiling Coast belongs to the rural guide, the village craftsman, and the eco-entrepreneur.
My name is Lamin Suso from the Aliu Suso and Sons. I'm one of the beneficiaries from the TDRG project. The TDRG project did a lot of benefit for me. I have contract with the Jaliba Leisure Group, Tamala, and others. We specialize on making instruments. So we make the instrument, the kora. Everybody know the kora is like the Gambia. The kora is a key instrument. I will give the board of thanks to all the members who participate. I cannot name names because all of them did very good things for us for this Yokuta program, especially my business. And I know they have done it to all the SMSC, because all of them, when I see, they are very happy. Especially the BDM, everybody will tell me, oh, my BDM, my BDM. So in that, I have to thank all the leaders.
To build this future, we are looking beyond the sand, into our history and our hidden natural wonders. From the restoration of Fort Bullen in Barra to the erosion control at James Island, we are preserving our past to build a future for local communities.
In relation to the Kunta Kinte Island, the government of the Gambia, through the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project, is investing heavily to protect and revive and repurpose or restructure the island.
My name is Adam Tal. I live in Jufroy, and I am one of the tour guides, here on Kunta Kinte Island. And this island is the most important site in the history of slavery in the Gambia. And also in 1807, when the British abolished slavery, they decided to buy Banjul Island, and then they abandoned James Island in 1816, moved to Banjul Island, where they built the 6-gun battery as a defensive post, and also built Fort Bullen 10 years later in 1826, to give access to the 6-gun battery to seal the mouth of the river in Banjul to stop the slavers coming in. So that's how James Island became protected, and then that's how slavery was able to be ended in the Gambia. So James Island is a very important site, and it has played a very crucial role in the slave trade. So for that being the case, it needs to be protected, because the younger generation need to know this story, so they also have to see the places where it happens. So this is why it's very, very important for James Island to be protected.
Through the TDRGP project, we are breathing life into history. But history is more than old stone. It is a living ecosystem. From the mangroves to the open river, the Yiriwa vision is opening routes to the hinterland. Deep in the interior sands of a natural giant, the elephant tree. Once a hidden wonder, it is now a pillar of ecotourism. By protecting these natural assets, we are building sustainable retreats that bring the world to the village. Tourism isn't just about the destination. It's about the businesses that support it. The Yokute Accelerator is the government's response to the need for local ownership in the industry.
Hi, my name is Maria Majabang, known as Kaba Girl. Through Yokute program, I'll be expanding my business from medium to large through their funding. Before Yokute program, I was having like 10 permanent employees. With that project, I'll be able to add more 5 employees to my business. I'm saying thank you to Yokute for the confidence and belief that they have in my business.
My name is Aida Cham. The Yokute program provided a matching grant. This means they supported my own hard work. Because of the seriousness I saw in my business, they provided extra push in funding to buy the equipment I couldn't afford alone. It is a development handshake. The project didn't just provide an amount of money, they asked me to show my commitment. For every step I took, they met me halfway to help my business reach another level.
Thank you, Yokute.
To serve a global market, we must train a world-class workforce. By taking the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, GTHI, into the rural regions, we are bringing opportunity to the doorstep of every youth.
Hello, my name is Fat M. Sedi, a student in GTHI, Mansa Kunda. I never thought I will be a professional cookery without leaving my family. But today, I thank GTHI for their support and the facility and to give me the opportunity to be part in this journey. And today, I have the skill to work in any hotel in the country. Thank you so much. Bye.
And through our creative economy, we are turning culture into a product. Our wood carvers, musicians, and artists are no longer hobbyists. They are professionals ready for the global stage.
My name is Kadis Sidibe, K-Point Graph Market, K-Point Bendula Graph Market. I'm a PRO. We do tie and dye and batik. And actually, I am TOT, trainers of trainers. I train women how to do tie and dye and batik, and we do some natural dye from the natural mango leaf and spring onion. But in the benefit of the President Adam Barrow, that's where we are today. You can see that all the women are doing some arts and crafts. We do the batik ourselves before we sell it, and we go to the craft centers, we buy it and come and sell it. But now we produce ourselves. We make it ourselves and sell it. And beyond that, I am so proud with the president. No matter what, the benefit comes to the grass level. Because there is one benefit from Tourism World Bank grant. I am one of the beneficiaries. I never go to school, but I can speak 5 different languages. I can speak Swedish, German, Dutch, and everything. So, in the benefit of the President Barrow, I am the one of the graduates. I get a benefit from the World Bank Fund. So, I'm so proud.
My name is Aida Jengjai. I am the Director General of the Gambia Tourism Board. And we're the only institution that is mandated to market and promote Destination Gambia. Grateful to the government of the day, because if you look at Gambia now and you look at Gambia then, you see these new OIC roads, and these projects complement our efforts in selling the destination Gambia. I mean, first of all, the peace and stability that we have in this country, you cannot compare it with any other country. I always say we're the most peaceful country in this whole world. Anybody that comes to Gambia always say that Gambia is peaceful. And also our people. Our people are our strength. We are friendly, we are nice, we are hospitable.
My name is Amadou, family name is Jobate. I am the Managing Director of Black and White Safari Tours. So today, Black and White Safari is one of the leading tour operators in the Gambia, simply because our consistency in delivering excellent service. I would say a big thank you for the Yokute program, because Black and White Safari achieved a lot, because we've been having a lot of problems in terms of like even transportation, and this transportation issue happens to be giving a lot of setback to the business. So thanks to Yokute program, Black and White happens to be able to acquire like a grant that's we are in the process of acquiring that comfortable vehicle, which at the end of it is going to boost the business. And then also during the training, the knowledge that was put in me in terms of how to keep the business, how to make that at least I can make a positive change. So these are things that we learn a lot during the course as well. And with the grant, we say thank you very much, Yokute, for that wonderful help.
To truly understand the diversification of our country, one must follow the pulse of the river deep into the hinterland. Far from the commercial beaches of the coast, the historic island of Janjanbureh stands as the living custodian of our creative economy. Here, culture is not a performance. It is our anchor.
The Kankuran Festival, a symbol of purity and guidance, is a vivid reminder of our commitment to protecting our way of life. This festival reminds us that despite our differences, we are one people, bound by our respect for each other and our love for this land we call home.
Rooted deeply in tradition, the Kankurang Masquerade represents protection, strength, and community unity. As we celebrate this rich history and diversity, we reveal the vital economic role these cultural festivals play. They preserve our identity while acting as powerful catalysts for regional growth.
Our shared vision is for the festival to become a household name across the Gambia and beyond, attracting domestic, regional, and international visitors while boosting our tourism's competitiveness.
Today, as we honor the Kankuran, let us also reflect the enduring messages that it brings with. The Kankuran represents the values of discipline, protection, guidance, and mutual respect. Values that are vital for our day-to-day living in our communities, building a stronger partnership between nations.
This creative economy transforms heritage into real opportunity. When tourists travel upriver, local vendors, boat operators, and artisans participate directly in national wealth.
Under the Youth Empowerment Project funded by the European Union, ITC has made significant investments in the Gambia, particularly in Janjanbureh. This includes the revival of the Kankuran Festival that we are all enjoying today.
The 2025 Janjanbureh Kankuran Festival is successful. This is as a result of the 95% support from the International Trade Center through the European Union. So we are grateful to the International Trade Center.
From the hollow of the elephant tree to the boardrooms of the new MSMEs, tourism is being redefined. It is no longer just an industry. It is a pathway to prosperity for every Gambian.
So we say a big thank you and bravo to His Excellency President Adam Barrow for the wonderful leadership and guidance that we continue to receive from him to move these sectors forward. Thank you.
Recovery focused, national driven. This Eziriwa.
Speed matters, but slow internet can hold you back. Now, the future of connectivity has arrived in the Gambia. QCell's Q-Fiber, ultra-fast, ultra-reliable internet designed for the way you live. Stream your favorite shows without buffering. Power your business with seamless video calls. Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q-Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Bell Bottling Company, sharing happiness, made in the...
In today's world, speed matters. Future. QCell's Q-Fiber. Get connected today.
And also Mr. Sankano for the wonderful work, but also supported by the production team who are here today, and thank you for your support. I think this video has shown one thing, that our people are nice, our river is majestic, our coastline is beautiful, but our country is peaceful. And I think, let me borrow from Aida Jeng, peace and stability is Gambia's selling point. There are countries, they have everything, but nobody can fly there today because it's not peaceful. We have everything. The people are nice, the food is nice, we are the best jollof rice maker. We have a river, we are on the Atlantic Ocean. So, and that is the vision. That is why he's transforming very quickly this sector. Not because he's sitting here, because I know what he's doing and I know what his plans are for this sector. Honorable Minister, it's your turn. I'm handing over the mic to you for you to interface with the public so they can ask you critical questions on how the sector is being run. It's very simple. 3 questions from this side and 3 questions from this side. So you answer first 3 questions. You can ask any of your team to support you if you need them. Ask the questions in a language of your choice. But if you ask in a particular language, the minister will respond in that language. That is, if you ask the question in Wolof, he will respond in Wolof. So make your question short, and the minister also will summarize the answers. Thank you. Minister, show it yours.
Oh, okay. You know, that's my main man. You know, he's very dynamic, has lots of energy and enthusiasm, and he's also driving the information media and broadcasting service to a new level, and we have to thank him for that and his team. I'm here today with my peers, Aminjai. The only problem is that, you know, Caesar Njayen, you know, so you know what that means, huh? I also have Ida Jeng Jai. I have Hasum. I also have Mr. Content, the Deputy Director General of the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute. I also have Yusufa, he's the ITC coordinator for the Youth Empowerment Project, Tourism and Creative Industry. We also have Mr. Sise Momodou, who is the project director for the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project. Before I continue, I would like to thank my predecessor who started all of this together with Permanent Secretary Kodu Jabang. Because I came in and we took over from what they started. And all of this transformation that is taking place, and truth be told, it's because somebody started it. So we have to give credit where credit is due. And all that I'm doing is just to provide leadership. But the drivers and the seekers are these very people and the staff that are working under them. So the credit is not to me, it's to them. So we have to give them the credit for the achievements that they have made. So we work as a team. And like I say, the tourism creative industry, because we want to move away from the word arts to the creative industry, is more embroidered, is more encompassing. And culture is everybody's business, especially the tourism sector. If we want people to come to and visit this country, we have to be able to give them something. We have to offer them. And as Dr. said, and Ida said, the peace, tranquility, and security and safety of this country is second to none. And we just have to continue to work as a team. As Gambians, it's not the development of the tourism sector is not unique to the ministry. It's not the sole responsibility of the President of the Republic. It's not the responsibility of the Director General of the GT Board. It's every Gambian's business, because it's us that wants people to come and visit this country so that it can create economic growth. So we implore everybody to come on board and support the ministry and its agencies to try to transform this country. I borrow a quote from His Excellency. It says that we have everything that it takes as a destination. So if others are performing better than us, then we have to look inwards and go the extra mile. And the extra mile is what we need from each and every one of us. So that's the introduction. Our role as a ministry is simple. We're here to formulate, coordinate, and oversee national policies and strategies that promote sustainable tourism development, arts, culture, and heritage as drivers of economic growth and national development. There are different ways to do it. So we work with everyone to make this thing happen. So thank you. So we're here to listen to your questions and try to answer them. If I can, I will. If not, I will ask the experts to answer. Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, good evening, everyone. My name is Carlos with the Senegambia Media. My question, Honorable Minister, is the youth want to lead in digital marketing, in tech and content creation. So why is the GTHI still mostly training the youth for traditional hotel services? And how are you modernizing it for the digital economy? Thank you.
Good evening, Honorable Minister. My question is, it's okay, thank you. My question is, what is your, I'm Aissatou Kwate from Jara News TV. What is your ministry doing to attract more tourists throughout the year, not just during the winter? And the second question, how is the government ensuring that the local community and small business benefit more from tourism? Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Kewa Jame, a student from the Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, GTHI. So my question is, what plans do you have to create year-round employment for the youth through the domestic tourism events and cultural tourism during the low season? Thank you.
Yes, I will allow the GTHI to respond to the first one, and then also the Director General of the GT Board to provide that response for the second, third, and the fourth question. But on a general note, in terms of training, you might be aware that there is, under the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project, we are transforming the GTHI, okay, as an institution. The curriculum has been, upgraded, among other things, and also developing a new expanded kitchen in the GTHI. Also, as part of the tourism strategy marketing, digital marketing is something that we are emphasizing on, and giving people opportunity to try and use the digital, the internet, and to try to showcase and promote our destination and all the offerings that we have. The year-round tourism, that's our objective. And I think, as you can see, we are working with the partners. Traditionally, the Gambia is a tour operator-based tourism. They come here during the winter season. But even now, during the summer, we've tried to attract countries like Spain and Portugal, who normally travel during the summer. And there has been some engagements. The key thing that helps the destination to have year-round is visibility. People need to know, more people need to know about the destination. And we have rolled out a 5-year tourism marketing and investment strategy, supported by the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project. Also, the Youth Empowerment Project is supporting, in terms of having the strategies and the frameworks in place to be able to support that. So, and also the products that you see
in the video are things that we are showcasing for people to know what the country has to offer. So there is work in progress. It's not something that the government doesn't physically bring tourists in the country. The government works with partners for tourists to come here. That is very important, you know. And also, we are attracting, you know, solo travelers. And how do you get that? Is for people to know more about this destination. So the other questions can be answered by, you know, Ida as well as Conte, okay? Mr. Conte.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that question about what are we doing in terms of digitalization. I just want to inform this gathering that of recent, GTHI has benefited from an intervention through Tourism Resilience Diversification Project, which means that now Gambia Tourism and Hospitality Institute, which is GTHI, is now ventured into offering expanded programs. And some of these expanded programs, digitalization is key in terms of faculty development. We also have a career path in tourism and hospitality, but more so now we have new programs in the tourism unit. We are crafting a career path. For long since GTHI is more into hospitality, if you understand. We are more into providing receptionists, housekeepers, food and beverage service personnel, etc. But with this intervention, like the Honorable Minister just mentioned, we have had a curricular review, which was industry-led, industry-driven, meaning the stakeholders we work with have informed us those gaps in the industry, those needs from the industry. So we've taken note of that. So the consultants have developed a very, very wide curricula we have at the moment, which has people can have courses in tourism management, in tourism development, in events management, which is MICE. So we also have short-term courses for the industry staff. Again, we also develop some what we call quick impact courses. So these are of recent development at the GTHI. Just to inform you that, yes, these courses were not available a year ago, but come September 2026, you know, this coming academic year, we're rolling out these programs. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. At the Gambia Tourism Board, we were very privileged to have a new marketing and branding strategy sponsored by the World Bank, TDR, and the strategy direction to attract tourists during the summer months is that we have to look into the sub-region 1, because we know that even, for example, during the time of Ebola, I'll give an example, nobody or Gambia never had a case of Ebola. And what sustained us during the period was the sub-region market. So we have seen the benefit of sub-regional marketing. So we are putting a lot of focus and emphasis on the sub-region. And secondly, we understood that we are known. Gambia has been operating as a tour operator-driven destination since the inception of tourism. So, and therefore, tourists normally comes during the winter months. But we have realized that things are changing. Tourism is evolving. Every day there are changes. So now some of the Europeans that used to travel to the Gambia are now coming. For example, the Spanish. They're now coming to the Gambia during the summer months, to the extent that there is a flight during the summer months from Spain to the Gambia. Unlike the other European destinations that you have flights that comes to the Gambia just during the summer months. You have TAP that also we're talking to. So now what the Gambia Tourism Board is doing is we're trying to incentivize all these tour operators to extend the season. For example, if they plan to come maybe from November to May, now for GT board to work with them or incentivize them, we would ask them to extend the season. So this is all part of the joint marketing initiative that the Gambia Tourism Board is doing to extend the season. Obviously, everybody knows that you cannot operate, you cannot get an airline. To get an airline to operate into a destination, it takes a while. So these are the steps that we are taking. And secondly, to make sure that tourism goes through the rural areas. If you've noticed, we have our destination, our destination manager, our regional managers. And to the extent that if you've seen for the past few days, you've been seeing that Gambia Tourism Board is working with other countries like Guinea-Bissau. We're trying to have festivals. We're trying to introduce the Kora International Festival, and that will not be within the Greater Banjul area or TDA1. It's going to happen inland, so that people up country will benefit from tourism. We have the Futanpa Festival. I think my colleague Hassan can also emphasize much on that. So these festivals, they create demand. They create demand so that the people up country will benefit. We're also looking into up country facilities so that Gambians, we should not only depend on outside visitors to come and spend in country. Us Gambians, we're trying to give you a conducive environment so that Gambians can travel during the summer months, during weekends. You can go and have a weekend. Why not have a weekend in Basse? Spend the weekend at Happiness. You know, LRR, you have the bridge there. So we're trying to expose all these products that are up country so that Gambians can also, the Gambians within the greater Banjul, or the Gambians don't know where Basse is, where LRR is, can also go and benefit, learn our culture. It's so rich, up country is so rich. So we're doing all these promotional activities to ensure that we promote and expose rural tourism, because it's the way forward. I mean, you go to other African countries. I'll give Ghana, for example. During the Easter period, everybody goes. Nobody stays in the city. Most of them goes in the rural areas. And we do that as well, because during Eid, not everybody is from Banjul. People move. So we're trying to, Gambia Tourism Board is trying to promote the conducive products, to give you conducive products, comfortable products that you can go, stay, and enjoy whilst you're up country. So within the next 6 months, you will see more difference.
All the questions have been answered?
Yes, basically.
Yes, we take a second round of questions.
Yes. Next. Go and take. Allow PS to.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Go and then.
Yeah, my name is Matar Jase. Oh, there's someone question. Yeah, my name is Matar Jase. I'm working from the FATU network. Honorable Minister, I have a question for you. I want to know what happened to the Eco Lodge project, $180 million.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nosbury. I am a healthcare worker. My question is, does your ministry have a strategy to promote medical tourism in the Gambia, and how do you plan to collaborate with the health sector to attract international patients, which in case will actually boost the country's economy?
Okay, maa ngi tudd Amad Kebe, Paradise TV. Su ma njël benn laajte bi mooy mën nañ jàpp ne ci Gambia bi season bi commencé na, ndax gis ne ñu bari ñu ngi dem ci beach bi, bot gis ne amul public toilet yu nga xam ne nekk na foofu, ñu bari dañ dee complain suñu demee ci beach bi duñ dee am fu ñu dee demee wanak, ndax bokk na ci ministre bi li nga xam ne moo nekk planam pour defar public toilet ci beach side bi. Beneen bi mooy ci place yi nga xam ne place aada lu ci mel ni James Island ak fi nga xam ne moo nekk Stone Circle, dañ gis ne place la yoo xam ne suñu fa demee rek dañ dee ñaxtu ne niñ ko war a protéger duñ ko dee protéger, because bokk na ci la ñu waxoon mooy amuñ sax fence boo xam ne dina mën a protéger li nga xam ne moo nekk Stone Circle ak fi nga xam ne moo nekk James Island. Gis nañ ko léegi ci nataal bi almost géej bi mi ngi nekk di koy lekk. Ban fexe la ci jëwriñ nga am pour protéger fi nga xam ne moo nekk place yooyu?
Honorable, let's give her one.
Okay, thank you. Oh, you want to have another one?
Good evening to you all. My name is Ndeye Sisi, and that's my sign name. I'm a deaf. I work with the Gambia Association for Deaf and Hard of Hearing, and also a member of the Gambia Federation of the Disabled, GFD. For the past years, I've received complaints from many deaf people, especially women, who has been experiencing rejection in the tourism development area. So how is the ministry doing to make sure people with disability, not only deaf people, have access to also work in this very important industry? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I think we have about 5 or 6 questions. First one is with the ecologists.
Yeah, I think.
Ecologists. The second one is medical tourism. Toilet facilities along the beaches at Banana.
Protection of school, and Kunta, yes.
So, yeah. Well,
I think for the ecologists, since this is a project that was signed by GT board, we will allow them to respond to that question on the ecologists.
Maybe before GT board does. This was a very important and innovative project conceived by the government to promote domestic tourism. But maybe the question here, very well knows that the project had suffered some failures, and it has been the subject of the National Assembly, a resolution passed, and the government accepted the resolutions and now have written to GT board to work with GAMWorks to see how it can salvage, the 2 of the projects that is in Kunkiling and also Sutuma Sambakoi. So, but the project in Bara, because the project site is within the stormwater runoff area, it's a drainage area, the GAMWorks had recommended that, that project be abandoned, okay, which is the Bara site, and a new site identified. So this is the status, and GT board has also started working with GAMWorks for the revival or salvage the other 2 projects, but that is the status of the project. In terms of the protection of the heritage site, Hasum can elaborate, because the youth empowerment project, has provided support, and there is additional work that has to be done on the site. So in terms of the just the general on the medical tourism, that's a wellness tourism. We call it wellness tourism today. And currently, you might be aware that somewhere in the Pokoloko, beach bar area, there is the medical facility which is under construction, and it has actually started. It's called the Horizon Clinic, and it's one of the facilities that is being built by an investor to promote wellness tourism in the Gambia. And I think also an investor recently had proposed a similar facility in Batakunku to bring elderly Europeans, to come and stay in a similar facility. This is something that we are actually doing. I think my sister, from the, I don't know, the word is not disabled, all right? Yeah, it's hard of hearing. I met with her in my office, with the group, with the team. They were supposed to travel. And I think it's something that maybe as a country, as a government, we have not paid attention to. But interacting and the interest that she has shown
would trigger all of us to try to see how we can engage the hard of hearing or other, disabled, I don't think the word is not, is people with disabilities, even in terms of access and all these things, so that we can engage them and see how they can be accommodated in the sector, because it's an added value. So I'll leave Hasum to expand and PS to do that, okay? Yeah.
I will respond to the intervention on James Island. We are aware of the challenges, the impact of the waves on the island, and the government of the Gambia, in partnership with the World Bank, the beach is funded as part of the TDRGP project. I think we are at the final stage of the feasibility study where the island will be protected. So the feasibility work is ongoing to be able to determine what actual work needs to happen to be able to protect the island. But it does not stop there. It will also support, to try to enhance visitor experience at Jufure. These are some of the interventions that we are taking as a sector to ensure that we are supporting, we will protect the Kunta Island, but also make sure that once the tourists are there, their experience are enhanced in terms of supporting market and also maybe toilet facilities within those premises. So it is an ongoing project, and hopefully by the end of next year, this major work should conclude. It did not also stop at there. We are also aware Gambia is well known for its beaches. And if you will look at the Senegambia area, we have started losing our beaches. And as part of this project also, we will be trying, the project will also support the beach nourishment, which will start from Fajara to Senegambia. These are all ongoing projects, and the feasibility studies are almost concluded, and then proper work will start, later this year. Thank you. So,
gym facilities, gym and toilet facilities
on the beaches, I know GT board is really looking at enhancing cleanliness along the beach, and that has started with, they have hired, contracted a company that will be cleaning the beaches on a regular basis, and I'm sure they have also started looking at, in fact, the sheds used by the juice processors. We are also looking at how to enhance to make sure that the facilities that they work on are of hygienic standards. The toilets, I will allow Jitabo to comment whether that is part of the immediate plans, but I know they are looking at some of those things to look at. In addition to providing street lights within to this TDA, they are also looking at how to enhance the cleanliness. And I also want to appeal to stand on that point, the cleanliness. Gambia is known for its peace, but we also, for us to be able to maintain and attract tourists, the country has to be really clean. And that is a challenge, a holistic approach we will have to look at at the national level. Gambia is one of those countries which is really an eyesore when you visit the country. Litter, it's everywhere. It is a national problem. Tourism, we are one of the sectors that are affected, because when tourists come, they are not only limited at the TDA, but they travel out. So wherever you go, there's litter everywhere. I think this is a national issue which we have to look at, holistically to see how we address it. And I think every Gambian has a role to play in making sure that the Gambia is maintained. It's to become a very clean nation as Rwanda is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Before I say anything about the toilets, I just want to add to what Honorable Minister say about wellness tourism. There are upcoming projects with regards to medical tourism. Apart from the two that the Honorable mentioned, Medicare is also intending to extend a facility within the TDA to encourage medical tourism. With regards to the facilities, the toilet facilities, we went round and we've seen that there is a need for that. So we're looking into getting these portable ones. But then again too, we're also looking into, because the portable ones, when you use them, when they're full, I mean, it needs to be the maintenance of it. So we're looking at the modalities of the maintenance of these portable ones. So it is in the pipeline, and it is one of the projects that we will hopefully be implementing or looking into in the coming year. Thank you.
doo bëggoon a tontu laajte boobu jógee Paradise TV pour affaire yi James Island PS wax na si dara ba pare ak mu ne Stone Circle si doo bëgg a njëkk a wax ne ñaar ñëpp ñu ngi see liggéey pour James Island moom projet bi gis ngeen ko si vidéo bi léegi boobu léegi tey liggéey bi door island bi daañ ko liggéey ba ndox mi yàq bu mu ko yàq mu wàññeeku ak itam daañ fa def comme fu gaal di teere ak itam si dëkk bi si boppam fu gaal di teere ak yeneen si biir dëkk bi am na yeneen place yu cosaan yu fa nekk yooyu itam si projet bi lañ si liggéey waaye ñun nag xaaruñ projet bi itam parce que dafa am ñu dee liggéeyal bitim réew ñoo xam ne léegi dañ leen ñu jox ndimbal so loolu itam ñu ngi si koom di waxtaan ak ñoom wosu itam ñu ngi see liggéey si EU yëpp projet bi demoon nañ fa ba indi ndox léegi itam pour jekkali absence bu nga wax boobu itam si projet bi la bokk xam naa ne balaa moo yàgga dina doon dafa du foofu sax ak itam Moussa Mbolo fu ñu ko denc Mansa Kunda boobu itam bokk na si place yu ñu war a liggéey waaye xanaa la wax naa la nag place yu ñu war a liggéey xaaral itam ma wax la place yu ñu liggéey ba pare Mango Park bu pare na yàgg na nag fanaa ñetti at ñu ngi koti waaye léegi yàlla def na pare na amin ku fa dem léegi di nga gis loo fa mos a gis te loolu ñu ngi see gërëm amin ndimbal bu ñu si am jógee si government bi suñu ministre bi amin yàgg na nag député yi bu sàmm bi laajte na bëgg naa gi sax dañ taay si laajte waaye léegi sant yàlla amin Mango Park pare na waaw dama taxaw fii wax ko ma ne Mango Park pare na waaw beneen bi itam kër ba itam Stone Circle project bi boobu itam liggéey bi pare na ubbi na ndox courant yëpp dugg na waaw maa ngi la gërëm di la sant.
ma yokk ci rek xam naa xaasum dafa am lu fàtte liñ def also mooy xaasum gis naa correspondence yoo xam ne bind na ko Ministry Department of Lands and Surveys pour ñu mun a den go and identify and survey all of these sites su ko defee we can then secure them with fencing and all of that. So this is something loo xam ne they're also doing it am naa dafa fàtte ñaareel bi di Kunta Kinte island bi ñun ñëpp xam gis nañ ne dafa erosion bi daf ko wàññi waaye loolu is climate change kenn mënu ci dara waaye xam naa ne ku nekk ci ñun su fekkoon ne xaalis bi teew na ci teew duñ nangu affaire bi mel nii waaye mun nga bugga ba pare sa loxo jotul sa gannaaw su boobaa nag you have to look for the resources and ministry bi through the government and Ministry of Finance was able to now secure the funding from the World Bank through the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project. In excess, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about $5 million just to protect that site, including construction of jetties, so that people will have a better experience to go to the island, as well as Jufure, as well as Albreda, because there are accompanying works and activities that will be implemented at Albreda and Jufure to accompany and give people visiting the island a better experience. So this is something that is doing. Like right now, I think that there is the detailed designs that is also ongoing, as well as the the environmental, social, and management, studies or plan, which is also under development. So it's at a very advanced stage, and very soon, the construction works, will be, because there is going to be a tender documents prepared, and then it will be launched for a competitive international bidding process, and then you will then have a contractor to start the construction work. So this is where we are. I mean, with respect to the, what PS mentioned, relating to the coastal protection, it's also part of the project in excess of close to over 40 million US dollars. And what we are trying to do is to protect the coastal line, the West Coast region, which is one of our most important, that's where our most important assets are. And what we are doing now, and the morphology studies and all other studies have been carried out by Royal Haskoning, and this is an internationally reputable company who has done a similar work in this country way back in the 2000s to nourish the beach, because you can see the effect of climate change, which has depleted the certain sections of the coastline. So this project is here, and I think it's also at the very advanced stage in terms of reaching the procurement of the contractor to do the work. Okay? No, go ahead.
Concerning the request from our sister, who we describe as hard of hearing, GTHI has programs that could cater for that. Of recent, we've piloted 2, I think, from their school. They enroll as cooks. They study the cookery, which is usually a bit skill. Yeah. So I will just remind her to come and see us. You can see Mr. Conte at the school anytime that you want to enroll into our programs. Of course, you have a specialized program, we understand. And also of recent, we have similarly held a similar program for a different challenge category with social welfare with some few girls. So please come up, we will give you a helping hand, and I think we could help you to integrate into tourism.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Ibrahim Mjai, Student Placement and Counseling Officer at GTHI. I'm very glad to be here this time around. Last time we were here. And I have a question for the Honorable Minister. Last time when we converged here on the same program, we heard about the practical hotel for our internship students. But this time around, we don't have. So I would like to know how far have you gone for that program or for that area? Because every year we experience challenges for our students. This year we have about 180 to 200 students who are supposed to go for internship. We were not able to send all of them. Out of 30 hotels that we contacted, only 15 respond. Out of about 25 restaurants, I mean functionable and standard restaurants, only 10 responded. So up to this moment we are talking to our 2025-2026 batch, we have about 70 to 80 students who have not gone for internship. I learned that next week by this time, or next week Tuesday, we will be converging here to talk about the national internship policy, which is a very good initiative. I know we will have a lot of things to discuss, but we would like to know how far have we gone, because we are very much concerned about internship. Thank you. Thank you. Next question.
Hello, good evening. My name is Alpha Sumare. First of all, I would really love to commend you for this. It's brilliant, and it's just an amazing opportunity for all of us to connect. Also, I would like to commend the Honorable Minister during the TDR project, which is really brilliant, and the recent expo at Madrid. My question is, the first one is in all-inclusive. Understanding how it has been from personal experience on tourism, tourists are actually convinced from a lot of the hotel owners to stay in the hotels, which really damages their experience from exploring and understanding the country at heart. And now, what is your direction toward this, or what have been done to accommodate this, including the bombsters or the hustlers, which are really the real storytellers of the Gambian thing, whether we like it or not? Some of these people are the reason why we have a lot of visitors and recurring visitors as well. how are they being accommodated to the system to ensure that they're able to also contribute and learn? And then, forgive me, let me just ask this second one. The second one is, with the beaches access, I do understand that Gambians are second citizens when it comes to certain areas, and it makes it very difficult for them to access. I mean, from personal, and many of us would have experiences. Though we want the safety for the country, but what makes it very difficult for some of us to access? And this is what I would like to add. For wheelchair ramp, it's something I've done, getting 10 wheelchair ramps for few restaurants, and this is from my pocket and then just few money I got from the office. I really think if it has to also include supporting marginalized group, just making restaurants accessible shouldn't really be a very long thing. So just if we can accelerate this and make the tourism areas more accessible to people. Thank you.
Hi, good day. My name is Akhenaton Laborde. In my role in creating the documentary, my research took me to the cinema, the theater, which was a very vibrant, I heard it was a very vibrant back in the day. So the question is, what is the ministry doing now to revive that sector?
What? Which sector? Yes. Okay, thank you. I think the first question was the all-inclusive package. We know there are different perceptions when it comes to all-inclusive package. They are two-sided. You have people that are in for the all-inclusive package, but you also have another category of people that are against the all-inclusive package. But for us as a government, we just don't want to take decision, out of the blue. We always want to make sure that when we take decision, it is looked at holistically. And to do that, we have tasked GT board to do a consultation, a comprehensive consultation on the all-inclusive package, and then advise government, and then come up with a strategy. So as far as the ministry is concerned, we are waiting for that consultation to conclude, and that will really guide us as a government to be able to take the right decision or the right policy direction when it comes to all-inclusive package. On access to beaches, as far as the ministry is concerned, we do not have any policy which is barring Gambians from accessing the beaches. But we also have to know that we have bomb sites in the beaches. And security, we have what we call the tourist security unit that are been tasked to secure the beaches. Whatever policy decision they take, that's as far as the ministry is concerned, we don't have any control over that. But I know what I can assure every government is that as far as the ministry is concerned, there is no policy which is barring Gambians from going to the beaches. That one I can assure. Access to restaurant, this is a regulatory matter. Probably we'll also have to work with the physical planning. We cannot handle it alone because it has to do with the infrastructure. That's where we need to start. With policy on building. This is beyond the ministry, but I'm sure we'll work as a government. We will collaborate, coordinate, and see how we are able to enforce this. Not only on restaurants, but it has to go across the board. On all public, offices, access to, this infrastructure by the physically challenged has to be provided. And I'm sure we will work on that. I think those are on the revival of cinema, I will hand over to Hasu, which is his mandate to work on, to talk about that. DJ. Okay.
Akhenaton. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah. Thank you very much. Now I want to inform you that I'm happy Mr. Sankanu is here because he is a practitioner of cinema. I mean, the golden age you are referring to was a time when we had cinema houses, but not production, okay? Showing Indian and Chinese, kung fu, movies, okay? Okay, and cowboy films. Now, what is now, been worked on, and thanks to the, EU project, for example, is to boost local production, filmmaking. And I would have loved my, project director is here. Maybe he can add a few words on the meeting we even plan to have on Wednesday on the investment portfolio on that, okay? Now on the theater, you are here. That's why you are not at Ebunjan, because as we speak, there's a big production there. So there's a lot of good work also. On revival of theater. We want to salute the effort of Auntie Janet, and also the other theater groups who are doing local production. Thank you. Maybe you can say something.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let me run quickly the status of the practical hotel. Your Director General will inform you that the project proposal has been updated, and we've spoken to the Minister of Finance to see how we can get funding to construct the practical hotel. There's space at the GTHI, and having a 20-room, as you know, practical hotel for the students to be able to train on site is something that we are vigorously pursuing. It's a funding issue, and we are exploring every funding avenue possible for us to be able to have this in place, because we know that what is on the ground is not sufficient for the students, and it's not possible that all the hotels can take all the students for practical work. So, but be rest assured that this is something that the ministry and the government is fully committed to realizing. On the all-inclusive, I always say, because I'm not like Hasum, I'm an engineer by profession. He's a theater man and history and all of that. 100% of zero is zero. 100% of zero is zero. All right? The reason I'm saying is because we sit down in this country, some of us, and say, although peers have already spoken about the position of the government, but from a personal point of view, all-inclusive, who says all-inclusive is not good? It's relative to who is talking. Go and ask the hotels where those visitors stay, whether it's good for them or not. Talking about bombs, we have to be realistic. Like the president said, if Cape Verde came and learned from the Gambia, and today they are having close to 1 million visitors, go there and see whether it is all-inclusive or not. And go to Cape Verde and see whether we have bombs or not. You see, we have to be realistic and look at the bigger picture. If we spend our efforts and time on not to discredit the circular economy as far as tourism is concerned, but the fundamental issue is that is the visitor, you cannot force a visitor if this is what the visitor wants and the tour operator is what is selling, and you say, no, don't sell it. Now, if you say don't sell it and don't want all-inclusive, are you, those people who are advocating for non-all-inclusive, are they going to bring the tourists here? What about if you stop it, what is the alternative? So we have to be realistic. And the primary objective is that it is the visitor that decides what they want. Ki jenda, mo am sañ-sañ ne lii laa bëgg a jënda. Soo bañee, mu teg la fi ni yaka bu naxari dem feneen. So let us understand and look at what is good for this destination and look at it objectively and make those decisions. And I'm happy that Piers stated that we have tasked GT Board to do a broad-based consultation to hear out all views so that the government can make a well-informed decision. But as of now, as he said, there is no decision policy-wise from the government that says no to all-inclusive. You see, if we want to be like our neighbors and have these numbers, we need to solve some of these problems of the bombs. Some of the bombs have been transformed into tourist guides. That has been done by GT board and a lot of projects. But you have bombs that are a horrendous nuisance, causing havoc to this country in terms of giving visitors a wrong impression of this country. She can tell you, we had 2 ladies from Spain on a particular day around 7 o'clock from Dunes on the beach going to African Princess. They were robbed of their money and their phones. We saw a lady who said that the worst place for a woman solo traveler is the Gambia. It was on social media, based on the harassment that she went through on the beach from these guys. So, is that what we want for this destination? No, let's be serious. This lady was then taken to the police. DG and myself went there. And then we had to refund the lady, GT board had to refund the lady her 400 euro and buy her a new phone. Just to show her that this is not what her experience, we transform the bad experience into something positive for the destination. And my own phone was snatched here as a minister. I was in my car with my family, and the guy come and cough go down. Come on, you know. So let all of us. It is our responsibility, you know, to try to walk towards making this destination a destination of choice. Anybody, you see people doing wrong and spoiling the name of this country, we should stand up. Look at the access that they were talking about. Yes, we have TSU, the Tourism Security Unit. Can the president be there? Can the minister be there? Can the PS or the DG be on the ground? No, each one of us have a role to play for this country because it's our country and we are the ones selling it. Let us project it. Let us do what is right. A few days ago, the GT board, in terms of the access, made a tour of the Senegambia Strip to see certain encroachment that are restricting access with the National Road Authority. A tour. Notify people. What they did, they gang out and say that they are putting a petition against efforts to try to sanitize the sector, the area. So some of these things, you know that somebody, your limit is here, you go over there and encroach public access. And then if people are trying to sanitize and make this place more attractive, you then turn against, they go and almost 100 of them sign a letter. You know, you know, so we are appealing. It's not GT board. It's not the minister. It's not the president. It's all of us. And if we do what is right, we will have more tourists, and the benefit that the numbers will bring to this country is gigantic. Thank you.
So we'll take 4 questions on here. We have
Okay.
You don't have a question?
No, it's not a question. Actually, just.
Okay, make a comment. We have 2 questions from
Yeah, comment.
Comment and question. So 2 comments, 1 question from the
Yeah, just quickly to add to the point that House mentioned in terms of theater and film development in the Gambia. Actually, we have a program under the EU YEP Tourism and Creative Industries, where we are going to support the film photography to make sure that we build their capacity, because over our interactions with them, one of the things that really came out was the issue of capacity building. So we will make sure that we build their capacity, from the directors to the YouTubers to the influencers to the people doing drama. We will train all of them, and they will all come together at the end of the training. They will produce 10 mini-series, and these 10 mini-series, it will be linked to Gambia tourism, it will be linked to our culture, it will be linked to our identity, our heritage, and our music as well. So all of them will be connected together in 10 series, and then it will be aired and commercialized as well. And at the end of the day, this will also be linked to the work that we are doing under the intellectual property, because that's also a big issue. And all these things that we are going to do is going to be linked to the intellectual property, where it's going to be protected and it will be commercialized for our creative industries to be able to make money from.
All about the music equipment that you are procuring.
Yes, okay, thanks, Dominic. We will also support the musicians with musical set, a complete musical set that we will procure for the musicians, and then we will provide a stage for them, a modern stage that will allow them to be able to do their live shows at no cost to them. Thanks to the minister's intervention, we are looking at this, and then we will provide this.
But don't forget to work with my ministry on this training for the TikTokers and the content creators. You abandoned my, you forgot about my ministry.
Yes, certainly.
Huh? All right. Yes. Yes, you are working with my ministry on that.
For certainly we will.
But you disappeared. All right, Honorable, you have a comment.
Thank you. Moderator, why Balama start mane harama gire minister bi ak his team for doing excellent work. To be honest, some work were done, but this nañ la bu ñëwé ba tay dega yokka na. Ñu ko sé gërëm diko sé santa and his team as well. Mo bëggona wax tuuti rek moy regarding small businesses. Jar nañ ñu bàyyi si xel bu baax a baax parce que suñ ne small business and tourism mooy ñu nga xam ne they are Gambians largely di yëngu si small businesses like tie and dye mooy ñuy jaay gerte saaf ñuy jaay yeneen bagages yu sew yi waaye those are the local content. So buñ ne tourism, yes, it's important and we welcome the big players. Ñu moom hotels yi, ñu moom transport sector bi and other facilities. Why Gambians yi ñoom who are also located on the downstream largely ñoom fu ñu jaar rek ñu xëjal leen. There are issues around it why we have to organize them better, give them more room to share from the benefit of tourism. Lo am solo la. Yes, there are issues around it. Why mun nañ ko waxtaan, mun nañ ko better organize to making sure that small businesses is our share, is the local content, and we must support, promote, and also giving them a chance to become big. That's the most important thing, because the bigger they are, that will be the Gambian share, likely as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Foog naa li mu wax mooy the entire value chain of the tourism sector. Moo ne story tubaab bi su ñëwee fii at least balaa moo dellu su dee £1 la sax soo ko jëndee gerte saaf si mbedda bi loolu dina mën a dimbala ñi nga xam ne tamit ñu ngi si bottom si market bi waaye dañ gis ne secteur bi is like an enclave léegi tourisme pour ñu génna so foo ñu encourage gaa di gën a génna moo gaa di spend si community si so loolu lu am solo la. Yes, my sister, the resident representative of the UNICEF. Yes, my sister Nafisa.
Thank you so much, Honorable, and congratulations, Honorable, for the fantastic work that your ministry have been doing under your leadership. In you know, I mean, in addition to peace and security, this country has another incredible asset, which is the young people of the country. As we stand, about 54% of the entire population are below the age of 19. Now, my question to your ministry is, how do we make sure that we have the highest child safeguarding policy in place to make tourism really tourism which is clean and attractive and safe for children of this country? The second question related to that is how your ministry is working with Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare to make sure that it is safe for children. And the third question I have is how UNICEF can work along with you and support to make this whole tourism sector really safeguarded for children. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I have two questions. I'll allow you the final question, the next round, because I have two questions for the minister myself, and I'll use my privilege as the host to ask that question. Question bi moy bunjel ben bi moy dina ko sukandiko ci lim wax moy ndaw yi gis nañu tay Gambia bari na ndaw wa ndaw yi ñep ñu ngi ut xey te government munta employ ndaw yi yep am na ndaw yo xamne tay am nañ li leen yalla may moy talent moy creative industries yi ndaw woy kat la natal kat la lu mun di doon lan la sen ministry bi am secteur bi pour jappale ndaw yi ci creative sector ci suba ñu mëna employ sen bop ñaarel bi moy tourisme lañ jël Gambia ñu misal ko comme marchandise la marchandise nak soko jakkenen tam mu ngi jakkenen mu ngi jaay moy ne kivat ñu ngi jaay Kenya mu ngi jaay Ghana ñu ngi jaay ñun tamit ñu ngi jaay suñu marchandise moy Gambia lan moy seni pexé moy marketing strategy moy sen pexé pour gis ne jaay nañ Gambia tay pour ñi nga xamne fo mun di nekk nga xamne Gambia amna waye li ak li mo fa nekk ci product ci jama bu fa nekk ak lepp lo xamne mu nata be tourisme na ñoo fi la moy sa marketing strategy mo xamne moy bu es bi mi andak mu jëm jamono jërëjëf
jërëjëf honorable minister maa ngi la gërëm ci laajte bi nga laajte nii dëgg la ndaw yi ñoo ëppa di demographic dividend soo seetee the creative industry dañ ko bëgg a use as a vehicle pour mun a create more employment related to tourism and all the other activities. Muy sport is part of the, the digital content development, and that's why the tourism and creative industry was conceived for women and youths. And right now, li nga xam ne yëpp project baa ngi ko def activities yi ñoo def yëpp is focused on the youth and women su ko defee mu jox leen xam-xam bi at moyen bi nga xam ne moom lañ soxla pour mun a def seen liggéey because xam nañ ne in the creative industry soo demee yeneen réew yi like in Nigeria and all of these things, the amount of wealth that sector creates in Nigeria and other destinations is something that we can do here. And that's why, for example, the project is also developing the creative industry policy, targeting youths, because it is the youths that play music, it is the youths that play football, and also predominantly film, literally things, the house rooms and all these things. So also, the GTHI, as Conte has explained, we have expanded on the curriculum and facilities at the GTHI. And this year alone, I think the intake, enroll GTHI numbers are expanding, and ñu ci bari ci ñooñu ñi nga xam ne ñoom la GTHI di jàngal ñu wàcce foofu leen ñu ci bari fi mu nekk ni ñu ngi liggéey outside of this country di liggéey ci cruise ships yi nekk in other destination based on the knowledge bi nga xam ne moom la leen réew mi jox. So those are the things that li nga xam ne moom lañ nekk di def. Okay, PS?
foog naa ñu ngi jàppale SABC si ñaari project si yëpp under the EU yëpp project I think 585 but but the actual the total target is 500, isn't it? Not this year. We'll be supporting 1,500, yeah. 2,400, and that has started with 85 of them. It will, you know, help enhance their capacity first by, you know, taking them through a training process which will enhance their management of businesses. And then at the end of that training, some of them will be given matching grants to boost their businesses. That is part of the EU project. As part of the TDR project, currently the first lot, I think 57 MSMEs were given matching grants. Yeah. Starting from, I think the highest was 3 million, going down, different based on your, and you will be given a training first, a 6-month training where you will be, you know, trained, given all you need to know to be able to manage your business. And during that training process, that's where you also prepare your proposal as to what you really want to improve on your business. And then a matching grant will be given to support that process. So those are ongoing to see, you know, to support our, you know, small businesses within the sector. And then on the world marketing strategies we have in place to sell Gambia, that is also, we have a whole strategy which starts from diversifying our products is one thing, rather than relying on the sun, sea, and sand. The 3 S's, we want to diversify now into cultural tourism, ecotourism, you know, medical tourism, like a well-being. Also, we also want to sell Gambia. How do we sell Gambia? In fact, we have to change the approach. That is what an assessment was done, and a holistic assessment of, you know, the sector to see where we want to be, what are the issues, what marketing strategies we used to have, how do we change it now? And then the direction is we have to improve on quality service, and that's why GTHI's capacity has been, you know, enhanced through based on that assessment. Now they have assets. A capacity gap assessment was done of GTHI, which identify gaps, and then the corrective measures are now, you know, taking place. That is expanding its kitchen, training for its staff, a new curriculum, and a host of things, which will really help to. But the marketing strategy, one, we have to embrace digitize our marketing. Currently through the TDRGP, and I think a website was created for GT board, specifically for marketing. They have not started using it, but that is one option. The other option is we also want to start to identify using renowned Gambian. So now Jobate is one of those we have who has been identified as the tourism ambassador for the country. And that will continue. So influencers, international influencers are also, that is one strategy that we also want to use for them to help them, you know, market the Gambia. And also exhibitions, attending road shows, also organizing road shows, where the DT board will also the establishment of Team Gambia. We have already established a structure called Team Gambia, which comprises both public and private. We believe that the private sector has a key role to play in marketing in Destination Gambia. So GT board now has formed partnership with the private sector, where all road shows will be jointly planned, not even just to participate, but to plan at the starting point. That's where GT board and the private sector will come, plan for these road shows. And then we have different markets and also to look for new markets, rather than relying on, you know, our usual markets. Go on.
Just to add on to, because we have developed what is called the collaborative marketing strategy under the Team Gambia partnership framework. What this thing aims to do is to put the private sector at the center of what we are doing. Because this sector is private sector led. You know, our role as government is to facilitate, is to support the private sector. It's not our role, you know, with the ministry, GT board, to go and make partnership for, with international tour operators. That is between the private sector in the country and the international tour operators. So right now, whatever we do, even GT Board's budget in terms of marketing and promotion, that budget needs to be developed in partnership with the private sector. The activities, the private sector has to say that this is where we want to go. And when we go there, this is what we want to achieve. And that is now costed and put in the budget. That is under the Team Gambia Partnership Framework. And that is approved by Cabinet together with the marketing strategy. Because the marketing strategy, with, of course, 5 key or 6 key investment projects developed, approved by Cabinet also to try to transform the product, especially on the River Gambia. With respect to youths, yes, you are right. And I think, children, yes, the children, I think the sector has a code of conduct, okay? But I think this code of conduct, I'm not pretty sure whether it's in the form of an enforceable regulation. This is something that we will try to revisit. And I think the ministry, the linkage between the ministry, GT Board, and the Ministry for Gender, Children and Welfare is not very strong. And right now, my sister, we've talked about it, and I think I've also talked about it with you. We need to make it happen. And this is something that we are going to be committed here today with my peers and the new DG. Then by Monday, we will reach out to the Honorable Minister and then see how we can collaboratively work together to protect those children. Because that's something that we need as a responsible destination. Merci beaucoup.
All right, so final round of questions. We'll take and then one more and then one lady. All right, just final question. Quickly. No, we start here. Last round.
Thank you very much. This time I'm wearing the cap as a stakeholder of the creative industry, president of Film Producers Association. I'm glad that something is done and our brothers in the music sector are getting something, and I'm also glad that some of our colleagues are benefiting from capacity building. As you know, filmmaking is also expensive. I hope you'll consider us. We also need equipment. Most of the young people, when they want to make movies, they suffer a lot, try to rent equipment, and it's a challenge. So if we can have post-production facilities. Cinema is something that we need to have. Every year I organize a film festival in December to market the Gambia. And then the feedback, we have some diplomats who come. They will say that, during weekend or when they have visitors, they would like to go back. They would like to go to cinema halls. We don't have a cinema. This is something that we need to work on. And then I hope that, it will be considered. It doesn't tell well that the whole country, we don't have a modern cinema hall.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next. Is it a question or a comment? A question, yes, quickly, and everybody. We'll come to you. Okay. Give all of you a chance to briefly ask a question.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Greetings, my name is Abdouba. I am the CEO of the Arts Academy. It's the first art school in the Gambia, not formal. Thank you to the Minister, Hasim Sise, for the support, and also ITC. Now, why I also take this mic today, as young people, we do criticize the government constructively. I know we normally talk about the way the young people criticize, but also when the government is also doing good, I believe that it's important that we also come to the public and also acknowledge it. And I want to also acknowledge the Ministry of Tourism, especially the EU creative industry, what we are doing in the creative industry. I normally say the creative industry, the Ministry of Tourism, has the potential to solve the unemployment rate of the country. I believe that personally, as a university student and coming from the university and also running the first art school in the Gambia, the young people in this country, all of them are talented. Like the minister said, they are very, very talented. And these are areas that I have always identified that across the country, all the youths are involved in that particular area. And I believe the government has to refocus properly and focus into that particular direction. That is the poetry, drama, and stand-up comedy. Because these are industries that are doing great when it comes to creating employment opportunities. Because these are abstract institutions that can be created already. Like for example, today when you go to Nigeria, you have Basket Mouth. Every year, his net worth is 6.7 million US dollars. Now look at that. I normally fondly say it. I said Basket Mouth in 5 years or 10 years can come and buy the Gambia, and we all become comedians at the end of the day. You understand? So that is the power of art. And I believe that the young people already have the passion. They have the talent. We just need to focus there. And my question would go to the minister. We have met the last time. Sumato Manga, you are doing really great. Look at me. I'm 30. And I normally boast that I'm the CEO of the first art school in the Gambia. The Chinese embassy visited our school the last time. And the EU project, Yusufa is doing great to us. Well, he's giving us contract in the visual art training to train young people on visual art and crafting too as well. I want to beg the minister to work with NACA so that we can formalize this industry. You understand? To go into formal education. We do not get there yet because we do not have like curriculum in the art industry. And that is going to really disturb this industry. If we do not formalize it and give the right education, then we cannot make it in this country. Thank you very much.
Now we have, we cannot take all. Ladies, we take the lady. Yes, and make your question short. All right, go.
Hello everyone, my name is Ms. Aji Koyate. I'm a student from the American International University and it's an honor to be here. So my question to the Honorable Minister, beauty pageants in the Gambia have increasingly become platforms for promoting our culture, tourism, heritage and youth empowerment. So I want to know, does the Minister have any plans to collaborate with or support beauty pageants as part of its tourism promotion strategy, so the title holders can become representatives from the Gambia locally and internationally? Because I make you Miss Gambia from today. Huh? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, quickly.
Good evening. I am Ibrahim Assise, student at the University of the Gambia. I have a question to the Honorable Minister. We understand that we all have responsibilities to play in terms of protecting and promoting our culture, more importantly from the local communities. Because then we usually see wrestling competition happening in the rural areas, more importantly from the local communities. But nowadays, it's disappearing. So what the ministry has in terms of bringing these local communities on board, support them and give them the financial support to be able to hold these important events from the grassroots level.
Okay, thank you. The other lady, yes. Miss Gambia number 2.
Good evening. My name is Yang Gui Sang, and my question is, thank you for mentioning the issue of littering. My question is, what long-term systems are we putting in place to address this? Beyond encouraging people to stop littering, what are we ensuring that there are proper facilities like public dustbins, along with education and community involvement to create lasting change?
Thank you. Final question, Kunda, quickly, and we move to the minister to answer it.
Thank you. My name is Yusuf Tunkara. Most of my questions were, some of them were answered by the minister, but I have a specific questions. That is, with regards to the students, tourism industry is a very versatile, and now in the University of the Gambia we have a department or unit that teach tourism. So what specific measures is minister is taking in making sure that the students in this sector are contributing and also are given opportunity of internship? And also what measure does ministry has in terms of in promoting local tourism not only staying in the combos but also traveling? It was answered. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I think on the movies, cinema hall, festivals, and all that, Hasum is the main man. So I would leave Hasum to respond to that. I think on the issue of the creative industry, Abdul, the potential that it has, and it's enormous. We all know that. So we just need to harness it, work together as team. And I think the curriculum arts, we've been trying to see how at a very early age, even in the basic and secondary school, that we can, put in the curriculum arts, the creative industry, tourism, so that the ownership, responsibility is put at a very, very early age. Of course, beauty pageant, we've seen different activities in country, but we're trying to regulate it, okay? There is a process because, you see, we don't want it to be free for all. We want, and we've had, and we've seen social media, certain problems that have been reported. And as a government, we want to make sure that that activity is regulated through proper regulations. Hasum will be working on that. And you see, in terms of the communities, what Hasum have done some time ago is issue a press release asking everybody in the country, that have a festival, to come and register and inform the NCAC, so that we know, because when we know, then that's the time that we can engage, because NCAC has capacity, they can provide facilitation, event planning, and all these things. Although the resources that is normally available is not enough. But, we can always share and support communities. But we are asking, people to come up, tell us, because we are also developing, a calendar. A draft has already been developed by NCAC. It's a calendar of events, of activities and festivals in the country, so that we can publish that and people know what is in country, at what time of the year, location, and everything, so that we can be able to provide the necessary support to these communities. Anti-littering, obviously, the government is working very hard on this matter. I think it's a serious concern, a very serious one, but attitudes have to change. Attitudes, it's not the government. I mean, you drink something and throw it away. Even if you have, look at, what happened in Ghana, in Accra, the floods, and the president came out, to deplore this thing. Is there on social media. It's the same. Look at just the roads that have been built here. Go to the gutters, the water channels, littered. Who is doing it? Is it the government? Who is the government? So all of us need to take the responsibility. The university, because we've been informed, and I do know about the tourism unit within the university, and we have to thank the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, as well as the UTG management for having the tourism unit. The ministry, GT board, as well as the private sector, I'm pretty sure through GT board and the ministry, if we're aware, we will always be available and willing to support for internship. On domestic tourism, we are doing a lot, and we'll continue to do what we can to ensure that Gambians know the country and go and enjoy what is out there beyond the Greater Banjul area. Yeah, that's what I said. I'm saying, yeah. Obviously, yes. That is on the accreditation and also on the is on the curriculum. You know, I mean, obviously, curriculum that will involve either from the basic to the secondary education and all of that. For example, you have the University of the Gambia. I mean, the details have to be, that's the elephant in the room. How do we do it? So, I mean, we will engage, and then we will discuss with the Ministry of Education, and if need be, Hasum with NACA itself, you know, with the ministry. I know we have a dynamic permanent secretary together with Hasum. That's his, also yourself. You know, it is in his DNA. So thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, and congratulations and commendations for the wonderful job you are doing, you and your entire team. I think the first step, we are going to have a musical set with a full stage, a comprehensive one, a modern one. The next, perhaps, that we want to see is to see a media, film and music academy of the Gambia. Maybe that should be the next stage. We have USET, where we train engineers. We have UTG, law school. We need to have a university for music and film, a whole university, fully equipped. That should be the next stage. Thank you very much. Members of, you have something, yeah? Yeah, Ola. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable. I have a plea to all of you. I'm urging every one of you, since tourism is everybody's business, everybody to try and convince one person to visit the Gambia.
Yeah, so let's use our Facebook pages, our TikToks, our Instagrams and Snapchats to convince. Huh? Yes.
No, I have to thank you and also thank the GRTS, you know, for supporting us. I think it's Alaji Gay, is it? You. No, Gay. Okay. You know, because when the specification for the music equipment and the stage was prepared, I got in touch with him, and he got into he led me to Alaji, and Alaji reviewed the specification to make sure that it is fit for purpose, you know, in line with what the sector requires. So we have to thank Alaji Modu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, members of the public watching from home on our TV channels, but those who are in this hall today, the ministers from the UN, our partners, from the Chinese Embassy, the Guinea-Bissau Embassy, the Office of the President, Director of Press, my own PS, DOIS, advisor, everybody, thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Minister, and your team for coming, and also for so eloquently answering all the questions. We are happy. But most important, let me thank GRTS. They've been with us from the beginning. Very professional, and the production is just top-notch. We are really proud of GRTS. I remember when we had visitors 2 weeks ago, and they came, we took them to the GRTS studio. They were amazed by what they saw and the transformation and modernization taking place at GRTS. So congratulations. mbokk yi fii la em tey di leen jaajëfal bu baax a baax jaajëfal suñ partners yi ak ñi nga xam ne ñoo seetaan ak ñi fi nekk tey ñoo teew fii tey suñ partners yi yëpp jógee UN ak suñ ministre bi fi nekk Mon Cissé advisor yi DPS PS képp ku ñëw fii tey teewee fi tey di leen jaajëfal bu baax a baax waaye tamit di jaajëfal ki nga xam ne mooy ministre bi ñoo na fii tey ñoo waxtaan ak askan bi te foog naa luñ ko laaj yëpp tey ansa na ko tontu na si tontu yoo xam ne tontu yu baax lañ kon ministre ñu ngi laa gërëm di la sant yu sa team bi si liggéey bu rafet bi nga xam ne moom nga nekk di def si jawren bi nga xam ne moom lañ la dénk mbaɗigol mbal tentula mbal jayla programme o danta janne bi millialon ko leben jubi kan sukono mbi tentula fana mbal ni mbarala bari mil fana be holo kono janata mabe jambi na minister ni na Mansa Kunda do kulal ni na UN partner sol ni Guinea-Bissau embassy ni Chinese embassy be mbal tentula mbal jayla bari GRTS fana mbi tentula mbi jayla e do ku kende bake ni productional kam mbi tan itolle ba koma auto GRTS Abdoulie C aning Modou Diouf la nyaton kaya kam mbal tentula mbal jayla ala do ku nyimma kan na partner sol fana Asata Motors Q Group aning Bell Water Bottling wol fana mbi tentula mbi jayla bari fana na media partner sol mi alon ko bi ni wolle be do ko la mialon ko bi to lebe nying programme farmansandi yakandi kaje ko momo be dawda gambe bankon kani bantal be programme jube no don ba tentu lamba jela ministre barka bake malon foy mané ko mala bang foy mamoy bari mba fula barka ela do ko nyiñata ala barka
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Study, work, and play online like never before. From homes to businesses, QCell Fiber is connecting the Gambia to the future. QCell's Q Fiber. Get connected today. Call 145 or 300-3779. QCell. We innovate.